Good morning, students. The next topic is strategic control. So, as we know that in the strategic management process, after environmental scanning and strategy formulation, we implement the strategies for which we studied about the functional implementation of a strategy and the operational implementation of it. And the last but not the least is the evaluation and control. Okay, so in the previous lecture we discussed about the strategic evaluation, and in this lecture we will discuss about the strategic control and its process. So as we know that control is the completing step of managerial activity, any managerial activity. So is with the strategic management also. Strategic control is the terminal part of strategic management. Okay, so the control function holds its own importance in the process of strategic management, as we know that without an effective control and a feedback process, we cannot make any kind of strategy or strategic implementation successful. So it is necessary, however, to introduce the process of strategic evaluation and control at the early stage of its implementation, so as to take timely corrective measures if required. Okay, we can take an example of Airtel, that in 2010 Airtel ने अपना इंटरनेशनल एक्सपेंशन स्ट्रेटजी बनाई थी, जिसके लिए उसने क्या किया कि उसने एक अफ्रीकन ऑपरेशन जो मोबाइल ऑपरेटर था, कुवैत बेस्ड मोबाइल का टेलीकम्युनिकेशन जैन ग्रुप, उसको एक्वायर किया था. एट दैट टाइम द बिजनेस इन इंडिया वॉज टफ. अबाउट 14 ऑपरेटर्स वर कॉम्पिटिंग इन अ strictly regulated environment that lowered the profit margin in the industry. Okay, anticipating that Africa has almost everything similar to India, Airtel exported its high volume low cost business models to Africa, where operators used a fixed cost or high tariff approach so as to rewrite its success story in the African market. No doubt that the combined African population was 10 times that of India's population, because here we are talking about the whole continent of Africa and India is a peninsula, it's just a country. So African overall Africa की जो population है, including the North Africa, South Africa, everything, तो वहाँ की population बहुत ज़्यादा है. So it had a telecom penetration of 40%. So here we have already discussed that this is the last and the completing stage or the complementing final stage of the strategic management process. So it is very important. Without a proper strategic control process, no strategic management can be successful. So strategic control process is the course of action for determining what is being accomplished and enabling the manager to take a corrective measure in case of any failure or deviations, so that performance remains on the path of progress. Thus, strategic control engulfs the evaluation and is perceptual rather than periodical in nature, because it depends upon the perception of the industrialist, or we can say the strategist as well. According to Peter Drucker, strategic control maintains equilibrium between the ends and means, output and the efforts. So एक बैलेंस बनाता है, एक इक्विलिब्रियम बनाता है, जो भी एंड्स है और जो भी मीन्स है उनके बीच में, आउटपुट्स और एफर्ट्स के बीच में. Strategic control process consists of 3 phases. First is the evaluation criteria, second is performance evaluation, and the third is feedback. The first phase, that is evaluation criteria, can be done both quantitatively as well as qualitatively. Quantitative criteria or measures of evaluation lay stress on the data, which is a post facto analysis for the performance evaluation, where the actual results are compared with the expected results. If there happens to be significant variations in the performance, the corrective measures are taken to meet the set objectives, while the qualitative evaluation and control of strategy is a real-time process where the performance is monitored and midway corrective actions are taken. So strategic control process के लिए ही दोनों ही तरीके के अप्रोचेस रिक्वायर्ड है, क्वांटिटेटिव भी और क्वालिटेटिव भी. हमें डेटा वाइज भी एनालाइज करना है. आफ्टर लाइक वी हैव टू एनालाइज द ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस और द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पार्ट ऑफ द स्ट्रेटेजीज, एज वेल एज हमें क्वालिटेटिवली भी इसको एनालाइज करना है. Now there are certain barriers to evaluation and control in the strategic management process. First is the resistance to evaluation. Most of the time people don't want to follow up, they just resist the strategic evaluation process. Any change in the business process or strategies may perhaps invite resistance from different quarters within an organization, whereas whenever a strategy is formulated and implemented, certain quarters like employees or strategic business unit may develop a resistance for the same. This resistance is generally because measurement of performance in strategic formulation and implementation is always perceived as one's own performance by an individual or group of individuals involved in these activities or the process. So it is very simple that obviously the strategies are formulated by the strategist or the top level managers. So whenever strategic evaluation process or strategic control process takes place, it comes upon them और these people that how they have performed. Okay, तो ये उनके परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर आ जाता है उनके, क्योंकि अकाउंटेबिलिटी अल्टीमेटली स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट की ही है, टॉप लेवल मैनेजर्स की ही है. तो कई बार वो लोग भी अब इवैल्यूएशन प्रोसेस को रेज करते, क्योंकि अगर कहीं भी इवैल्यूएशन में पता चलेगा दैट द strategic management was wrong or there was a poor strategic management, तो फाइनली उन्हीं की जवाबदेही आएगी, उन्हीं की आंसरेबिलिटी आएगी. इसलिए they resist the evaluation process. Second barrier is the short term orientation. A strategy followed by an organization comprises of two different targets. First is the short term and second is the long term. So if the corporation's short-term targets does not coincide with the long-term strategy targets, the corporation may start giving importance to the short-term targets, overlooking the long-term objectives, so that compliance is made in the short run. This misalign the short-term objectives may lead to shortfall in implementing the strategy. क्योंकि आपको पता है कि strategy एक long term planning है and the long term objectives has to be fulfilled while fulfilling the short term objectives which are aligned in the direction of achievement of the long term objective and resulting to variation in the strategic evaluation. तो जब भी strategic evaluation process होगा तो वहां पर ये देखा जाएगा कि जो भी शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हम लोग अचीव कर रहे हैं, जिसके टुवर्ड्स हम एफर्ट्स पे कर रहे हैं, वो शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हमारे लॉन्ग टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव अचीवमेंट के लिए क्या रोल प्ले करें, उसमें कितना कंट्रीब्यूट करें. इफ देयर इज एनी इरेलीवेंस और डेविएशन देन ऑब्वियसली दीज शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर इरेलीवेंट. देन अगेन इट कम्स टू द मैनेजमेंट और द स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट पीपल, so they don't want the strategic evaluation process to take place. Then comes the limits of control. What should be the upper and lower limit of control? This remains a general dilemma of any control system. Though it is not important, it is not impossible, but is the toughest task under the strategist to determine the upper and the lower limit of control. बहुत ज़्यादा excess control भी ठीक नहीं होता है और बहुत ही loose control भी ठीक नहीं होता. So there should be a proper balance. So as a result of employee may barrier to evaluation and control not use the best of their potential and may lack creativity if there will be a very tight control. On the contrary, too less control makes the employee non-serious about their performance and casual, thus making the process of evaluation and control ineffective and sometimes redundant. In order to overcome the above mentioned barriers to evaluation and control, that is the limits of control, the organization have to make its people believe in its objective at the very first step. Whenever we will remember the objective or the long-term objective, or simply we can say the strategic intents in terms of the vision, mission and objective, then we will be able to exercise a proper control within the limits, within the upper as well as the lower limit of control. Then comes types of strategic controls. So premise control is one thing. Business strategy is based on the assumption that how things will occur in the future. Okay, premise control allows the top level managers of the corporation to examine whether these assumptions will continue to hold true with the implementation of the strategy or not. See, what is premise? आप लोगों ने planning premises पढ़ा होगा. Similarly, there are the strategy premises also, because strategy is a kind of planning only. These are those factors under which a particular plan or strategy is formulated. These are those factors. Okay, so हमें ये देखना होगा कि जो factors हम consider कर रहे हैं क्या वो long run में continued रहेंगे, and if they will not be continued or they will be changed, then what kind of changes we will make to cope up with the environment. Okay, so therefore premise control helps the management to take corrective actions at the appropriate time and discontinue the original strategy that was based on invalid assumptions. These presumptions may relate to the changing government policies, environmental factors such as inflation, interest rates, social changes, or by industry factors such as competitors, suppliers, and the barriers to the entry. For example, Titan Company Limited (TCL) एक कंपनी है, formerly known as Titan Industries Limited, has a successful jewelry purchase scheme named as Tanishq. आपने देखा होगा तनिष्क का कोई भी अगर मैसेज आता है, कोई भी ऐड आता है, तो वो टाइटन के नाम से आता है. वाई? बिकॉज जो टाइटन कंपनी थी वही बाद में उसी ने ये तनिष्क का इंडोर चलाया है, और उन्होंने ये तनिष्क गोल्डन हार्वेस्ट स्कीम स्टार्टअप करी है. ओके, स्पेशल अलर्ट कंट्रोल दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन ट्रिगर मैकेनिज्म, कि अगर एक चीज हो रही है तो उससे रिलेटेड दूसरी चीज होगी, फिर उससे रिलेटेड तीसरी चीज होगी, एंड ओवरऑल जो है सिनेरियो चेंज होगा. सो it is based on a trigger mechanism designed to enable rapid response to any unexpected or sudden events that may pose threat to the strategic implementation. Such a control is based on the immediate reassessment of the strategy formulated in a given contingency. For example, the country's largest commercial vehicle manufacturer, Tata Motors, had to shut production of its truck for the 4 times in 2013 as it struggled because of falling retail demand. The company had done it to avoid piling up of inventory with its dealers. So obviously that is a kind of special alert control, कि whenever the market demand is changing or it is falling, specifically when it is falling, then the company will have to stop the production, क्योंकि जो finished good का जो stock है इन्वेंट्री का वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, उसके लिए उसको क्या करना, प्रोडक्शन रोकना पड़ा. Then implementation control. Once a strategy is formulated, it had to be implemented. As the managers take the necessary step to put the strategy in action, implementation control is used to review whether the original plans, programs and projects are well being implemented or not, and the corporation is guided through its predetermined objectives or not. Milestone reviews is another tool used for the implementation control. The milestone reviews allow the managers to determine the critical points. जैसे कि अगर हम देखें कि जैसे आपने पढ़ा होगा PERT, प्रोजेक्ट इवेल्यूशन एंड रिव्यू टेक्निक में होता है, देयर आर सर्टेन माइलस्टोन और द क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स जहाँ पर हम रिव्यू करते हैं, फीडबैक लेते हैं. ओके, सो on those points we check the strategic implementation is being done successfully or not. So yeah, there are certain methods of strategic control. First is the budget and budgetary control. It is a quantitative technique, ratio analysis, audit, time related control methods. All these are the quantitative measures. Budgets and budgetary controls. Budgeting has been accepted as one of the efficient method of short term planning and control. Okay, though it is employed in large business organization, but the small business are also using it, at least in some informal manner. Budget is defined as a financial plan or a financial quantitative statement prepared and approved prior to the particular period of time of the policy to be pursued during the period for the purpose of attaining a given objective. Okay, so that is budget. Then another technique of strategic control is ratio analysis. आप लोगों ने फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में, फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में पढ़ा होगा ये कि जो डिफरेंट रेशियोज होते हैं जो कि हम बैलेंस शीट और प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में से निकालते हैं फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट से, उनको इंटरप्रेट करने के लिए, लाइक लिक्विडिटी रेशियो, सॉल्वेंसी रेशियो, प्रॉफिट रेशियो, एफिशिएंसी रेशियो, ये सब हम इसमें फाइंड आउट करते हैं. ये बेसिकली क्वांटिफाई क्या करता है कि अगर हम रेशियो एनालिसिस से हम देखते हैं कि जो भी बोरोअर है कंपनी जो कि एक्सपेंशन स्ट्रेटेजी को फॉलो कर रही है, डाइवर्सिफिकेशन कर रही है, तो उसके लिए जो वो लोन ले रहे हैं या फंड्स रेज कर रहे हैं, तो व्हाट आर देयर 5 C's. तो 5 C's बेसिकली डिफाइन द क्रेडिबिलिटी ऑफ द बोरोअर. तो इट इंक्लूड्स द कैरेक्टर, कैपेसिटी, कैपिटल, कोलेटरल एंड द कंडीशंस ऑफ द कंपनी. देन अनदर मेथड इज द क्रिटिकल पाथ मेथड एंड प्रोजेक्ट इवेल्यूशन. ये बच्चों ये प्रोग्राम नहीं होगा, इट इज प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, प्रोजेक्ट इवेल्यूशन एंड रिव्यू टेक्निक आर द मोस्ट पॉपुलर ग्राफिकल एंड एनालिटिकल मेथड यूज्ड इन strategic control process. These tools help the management to take remedial actions and get the project back on the course. So the techniques may recognize of 3 factors that influence successful achievement of program objective, that is time, resource and technical performance specifications. So that's it about today's lecture, students. Thank you very much.